Hi, I'm Erin Knoll here with the World of Outlaws, and we're going to have an interview with Shane Stewart today. And let's get this going. All right, Shane, you're a new dad. How's it going? How's mom? How's the baby?
It's going. It is quite the experience having a baby. Of course we have a lot of friends that have told us like what the experience is, but to actually go through it yourself, there's no words to describe having your own kid. And Nixon is awesome. She's a great baby. Sleeps most of the time at night. There's been a few nights that poor mom Jen has been up most of the time. I try to help as much as I can at night, but I tend to help more during the day than I do at night.
Oh.
But Jen's doing great. The baby's doing good, and I'm very excited to start the new year with a new baby, and hopefully that's a good sign to come for what Larson Marks has in store for this season. And super excited about that, and couldn't be more happy to be a dad.
Oh, well, congratulations
Thank you.
again. All right, you have a new team. You mentioned earlier they just moved into shop a couple weeks ago. You have a new team employee. Mm-hmm. Tell us the challenges related to that.
Well, I think some of the, half the battle, what we have to deal with is personalities, and none of these guys are out here getting rich, so it's hard to really pay them what they deserve to be paid, and people come and go, unfortunately, and we're really excited to have Scotty on board this season, and I think he's going to be a huge asset to the team. And he's been up and down the road, and he's done the full Outlaw Tour a couple times, and I think that's crucial because nobody else. I've done it, but it's been a long time since I've done it, and Steve and Andrew haven't done the full season. So I think having Scotty here with us, and I think that's going to be a huge asset to this team, and excited to have him on board. And I'm super pumped to get the season started. It's been a long time since I've been on the road full time. There's been a couple opportunities that I probably could have done, been out there to do the full circuit again, but it wasn't the right opportunity. And of course, when this team got developed and they picked me as a driver, I was really excited to not only get last year out of the way, but to get this year started. And I think we're going to be a strong team.
Awesome. You had mentioned this is new to you, going full-time. This is actually your second season to do this full-time. So how are you preparing for this?
Well, last year we were able to make, 37 or 40 outlaw races at different venues. Some of the tracks that I wasn't very good at, all the tracks out west, we actually ran really strong. Had a really good West Coast swing, and that part of it is a huge confidence builder to me because, like I said, those tracks I tend to struggle at, and we had some really good runs at some of those places, and we were able to win at Williamette. And last year was all about building our notebook and taking good notes and learning from our bad nights, which I think from where the team started last year to where we ended, I think we made huge gains. And those notes are going to be crucial, of course, when we go back to those racetracks and the nights that we did struggle. Hopefully we can have better runs at those places, and I think we will. I've got a great group of guys behind me that's going to work hard for me, and other than that, just been going to the gym. I try to work out as much as I can during the winter, and I got a group of guys that kick my butt on a daily basis. So I think that's one thing that has become pretty big, important factor is trying to keep yourself in good shape. And sure. It's a long season, 90 races from when we start to where we end. It's a pretty gruesome schedule, and I think keeping yourself in decent shape and trying to do the right things away from the track is just as important as racing, on a daily basis. So I've tried to concentrate on that, and of course, having a baby, your nights, your sleeps aren't as good as they used to be.
Hey, it's preparing you.
That's right. So, excited to get the season started.
Think back, 2005, you were Rookie of the Year. Things changed. What's the biggest thing that's changed for you since then? If team, crew?
Well, everything.
Competitors?
I think the competition level has definitely gotten a lot tougher. Everybody has great equipment. Not that they didn't back then, but I think there were some teams that had superior equipment, and nowadays you don't really have that. So, each night is a tough task, and I think you got to have all your stars in line to win an outlaw race, and you got to qualify in the right spot, and you got to take advantage of if you're on the front row of a heat race, you got to take advantage of that to put yourself in the dash. Little things like that, I think, have changed a lot since 2005, and I think the evolution of our shock program and our everybody's shock program, not just ours, but that's huge. And then, like we were talking earlier with the headers, I mean, just there's a lot of little things that people have learned over the years that have made the cars a lot different than what they were back then. So, it's a lot more than just driving up and down the road and unloading the race car and going and racing and then driving to the next track. I mean, there's a lot of thought process that goes into preparing these race cars to make them as fast as possible, and it's definitely a lot different than it used to be.
Challenging, yeah. All right, you raced with us 38 nights last year. You have 2 wins. When you were traveling to all these different tracks, who influenced you most? What team helped you?
Well, I can't really say that a team actually helped us. I think Steve was able to bounce a few ideas off of KKR guys, and we run the same shock package. So I think they
trading notes.
No. There's not really such a thing as trading notes. I mean, once you get good notes, you kind of keep them to yourself. But if there is a group of guys that's probably helped us, it's probably been those teams, and but the influence that Donnie had, over the last several years, he's hard not to look up to, and he always seems to set the bar higher and higher each year, and to be able to beat that guy on a daily basis, you gotta have all your ducks in a row. And there's one guy that you can learn a lot from and try to study as much as you can on how he drives, what he does in certain situations throughout the night. I think you can learn a lot from him, and I try to. It's tough. He makes it look really easy, and
yeah, it's
I've always said that him and Kyle Larson it's like slow motion to them, where most of the other drivers it's not. We're always constantly thinking, and it just seems like when they get into a sprint car, everything slows down, and they make it look easy. So if there's one guy that you can learn a lot from, it's him and that team.
All right, speaking of Donnie Schatz, you're winning at Willamette Speedway. You broke his winning streak. Awesome. What lessons did you take away from that?
Well, I that was a huge win. Any outlaw win you can get is huge. So, like I said, it's all about building our notebook, and that was a special night for us at LMR, and that was a track out west that I'm generally not that great at, and we were able to build on that and have some good runs after that race and before that race. So we had some strong runs, several top 10s out west, and when we left that stint, we had a lot of confidence going into the rest of the season, and look forward to getting back out there at the beginning of the season, and hopefully we can get some more wins.
Awesome. Your crew chief, Steve, is from PA. You don't have a lot of laps there, so how is he going to help you out with that?
A lot. I think we improved every time we went to Williams Grove. I think we got faster and faster last year, and we were able to work our schedule around getting to that track as much as possible. It's a big venue, and of course everybody knows it's one of the bigger races that we go to, and to be able to win the National Open one day would be huge to me. Definitely on the bucket list, and Steve, from being from Mountain PA, is really good at all those tracks. Port Royal, Williams Grove, Lincoln. He grew up racing those tracks on a daily basis. So his knowledge and what he's been able to teach me at those tracks has been huge.
Awesome. All right. Do you have any pre-race rituals?
No.
Nothing crazy?
No, I don't do
Standing on
anything
your head?
crazy. No, I don't do anything.
Superstitions?
No, they say don't eat peanuts or don't eat chicken. I'm not into any of that. I don't believe it. So, it was funny because Paul Silva had a pair of shoes that he always wore, right, and never would throw them away. Well, we ended up crashing one night, and in the dumpster the shoes went. So, superstitions aren't in my thing. So,
what track or tracks are you most excited to hit this year?
All of them, honestly. I'm just looking forward to just getting out there and getting the season started. It's been a long time since I've been to Volusia. It's been the longest time since I've been out of a race car. I've always, either ran 1 or 2 nights in Australia and was able to keep my motor skills going. So I'm sure the first set of hot laps at Volusia, I'm probably going to be like, man, this thing is fast. So looking forward to just getting the season started. I always enjoy running Knoxville. We tend to run really good there. Looking forward to, getting back to Eldora, and I seem to like the higher speed racetracks, and, looking forward to going out west too. I enjoy all those tracks out there, and the smaller tracks I think we got a lot better at the end of last year, and I'm just, excited. I'm like a little kid ready to go.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Shane, and good luck this season. And I'm Erin Knoll with the World of Outlaws.